Well, welcome again. We are getting near the tail end of the month. We are on the 20th for Universal Month of this year, 2021. Well, you know the drill. So this time I decided to take a look at a film, and I thought, well, with baseball season coming up, I thought we'd take a look at a little known film that was made in 1996. And that movie had Matt LeBlanc in Ed. Now, I only really watched this off of was supposed to be a 4-pack, but only actually had 2 movies. I had one, but I grabbed it for Ed. And I thought this would be perfect to talk about this film. Like I said, I don't have the cover and everything, so I won't be showing that off in the video. But what matters is the movie. Let's talk about Ed. Well, Ed follows the story of Matt LeBlanc. He plays a baseball player. I don't know what his character's name is. Again, I don't have the cover and I don't have any resort. So I'm going to go ahead and go to Wikipedia. That's where I get my information to the film. Let's see here. I'm uploading a YouTube video, so another YouTube video. So you might want to check into that when it gets uploaded. So, anyways, I'm taking a look at a film, Ed. And Ed follows the story, like I said, Matt LeBlanc. He plays a farmer who's never been a baseball player his whole life. So, he eventually gets hired on this baseball team. But turns out that they have a mascot. They decided their monkey is the mascot. But turns out this monkey is a good baseball player, though. And he is... it's slow in Wikipedia. It's going slow because I'm uploading the video. So, in the film, we'll also have we're introduced to Jack Warren, the grandfather from the 2 Prom Child movies. He plays Cobb. I think that's his name, Cobb. I'm not really sure. Along the cast, you also get a very young Jim Caviezel, decades later before he would go on to star in Passion. He plays another baseball player, Buzzy, I think it is. Hopefully, I know. Let's look at film, because that's the way I'm going to get into this. So bear with me if this is slow. But anyways, so eventually meets up with a woman and her daughter and says, you know, having a dog would be better. No, that's the team's mascot. I'm doing a little babysitting. So Ed is really good at this. And the team, yeah, here we go. Ed, 1996 sports comedy. Yeah, about a talented pitcher, and yeah, Chimpanzee is the team's mascot. The movie takes place in, I think, Santa Rosa, California. That's I forget. They're like the Rockets or something. I don't know. But anyways, this is actually a very fun film. I wasn't expecting it because I only remembered one scene in the film back in the day. I thought I saw this movie as a kid, but yeah, here it is, Ed. Here we go. Yeah, Santa Rosa, California. Yeah. Anyways, Matt LeBlanc plays Jack Deuce Cooper. As I said before, he's a farm boy, but he's never played baseball until the scouts find out, though. He makes a rocket team. Yeah, he has a rocket arms. He's never played baseball, but he's that good. So, he finds a chimpanzee in a bus. Basically, his name is Ed. They named him Ed, and he becomes the roommate / teammate. So, like I said, though, Deuce has a relationship with a woman a woman who also has a daughter. So, he begins a relationship, and basically, like I said again, I'm trying to think what else. Who else? Cobb. So something like that, though. Yeah. And anyway, Bill Cobb's in it. He's the other manager, Tipton. So, along the cast, we also get, like I said, Jim Caviezel. We also get Jim O'Hare, Steve Easton. Tommy Lasorda actually makes a small role near the end of the film. Not going to tell you when, but you'll have to watch for yourself. Yeah, unfortunately, it was another example and another film that was a box office bomb. So I've watched 5 movies this month that were box office bombs. And honestly, I think this movie is a fun film for family. It's not the best baseball movie. That still hands it to Field of Dreams, which I covered in March, I do believe. I covered that in March. But, yeah, he actually... So anyways, yeah, he gets the job as a teammate, but turns out that these guys decide they want to trade Eden for another team. So, the scene I remember in the movie is where the woman's daughter along with Ed are making an entire mess in the kitchen. So, turns out, well, Bo, Deuce, and I forget who the other girl is. Linda. They go to an amusement park. They go to the fair, actually. So they have a good old time at the fair while those two are there just making messes and just craziness happens. It's actually really good. I was surprised of how well, because I felt that monkey was just a guy in a chimpanzee costume, but turns out I'm wrong. Computers and technology seems to get better. So, yeah. The movie is, like I said, a ton of fun. If you like these types of films, I didn't know this, but David Mickey Evans wrote this. He's the same man responsible for writing another baseball film, 1993's Sandlot. I did not know that. Oh, so the movie felt sort of had a Dunstan Checks In vibe. That's another movie. I think that also came out around that time. I think. I could be wrong. It was nominated for 4 Razzies, including Worst Picture, Worst Screenplay, and Worst Screen Couple. Yeah, Razzies is like the Academy Awards of bad films. I actually like this film. The budget was $24 million, only made $4 million. So that's how bad it is. Like I said, a box office disappointment, which ultimately was a box office bomb. Big time. But you gamble with a film. Now, I like certain box office bombs. Their box office bombs are just really bad, to the point some were bad and some were just plain Jane unwatchable. So, yeah. I think the movie's fun. It was released March 15th, 1996. So, like I said, I think the movie is fun. It's not for everyone, but I think baseball fanatics might like this movie. I figured, you know what? I thought baseball coming up, why not watch another baseball movie? Yeah. But yeah, I actually like this movie. I was actually surprised of how good. The ending is sort of a sweet moment. Yeah, sure, the ending was your typical baseball ending like most baseball movies. But in a whole, I think the movie is a lot of fun. So, is there any negatives I can easily say with this film? Like I said again, I thought the ending was a little predictable. There is a scene where these two guys decide to trade Ed to another MLB team, and Deuce is trying to find Ed. So it basically becomes a big giant chase scene. So he's driving. It basically becomes a chase picture, which honestly in a film about baseball, so that may only be my only complaint. Who knows? My only complaint was that one scene was turned into a giant chase picture. But ultimately, it's fine for what it is. And yeah. So I guess now that means final verdict. And the final verdict is, should you see Ed? And my final verdict is, sure. If you like Matt LeBlanc, if you like baseball movies, if you like Dunstan Checks In, if you like all 3 of those, especially if you like Dunstan Checks In, you want to see something different, this basically did remind me sort of a cross between Dunstan Checks In and I think Bull Durham. I mean, I could be wrong. Maybe not Bull Durham. Maybe any other baseball film you can think of, like Major League. If you, like I said, Field of Dreams, Bull Durham, Major League, For the Love of the Game, Slugger's Wife. Those baseball movies, you may want to check out this movie. I'm not saying it's for everyone, but yeah. There's a Universal All-Stars release. I only have this as sort of a placeholder. So if I rebuy this again, I can probably replace this copy if I really wanted to. But like I said again, this movie, like I said, is not for everyone. Baseball fanatics might like it, might not like it. It just depends. You just have to go to watch for yourself to see if this is something if it's right up your alley. If you like Dunstan Checks In and you want to see another movie involving a monkey and craziness happens, check it out. Although there are some fun moments though. I was surprised how the effects on the monkey were really good. So like I said before, not much to say, but definitely something to check out. It's available on Blu-ray, so you can probably get it there if you wanted to. It's available on a couple DVDs. Available on this. This was actually a 4-pack. This also was supposed to be released with Dudley Do-Right, Sergeant Bilko, Cop and a Half, and Ed. That 4-pack. But I was lucky to find just these two movies. I already reviewed Cop and a Half. That is available on my channel, so if you want to check that out, you can. I'm not going to go into detail about the film. You're just going to have to go click on that video and give it a watch. But in terms of Ed, it's not that bad, really. I'll put that right there. That's good. So that's Ed. That's my review of Ed. If you like what I have reviewed, you might want to go ahead and check it out. I probably would give Ed a 4 out of 5. Not perfect, not great. Although I probably would have gave it a 3, but I was mildly entertained. So ultimately, I can easily recommend it for that. So yeah, again, if you like baseball movies, if you like Dunstan Checks In, if you like Matt LeBlanc, which I think he fits well as a baseball player, yeah. So that's all I'm going to say. Also, it did remind me of the film Invisible, where a player never played a sport and is that gifted. Kind of remind me of that. That's something I almost forgot. But I'm going to bring it right here. So that's it for my review of Ed. Thank you so much for watching. Like the video, do all that, and I will see you tomorrow with something else. Take care.